news at 6. First, the highlights. Lagos State Governor expresses confidence with level of construction work at Massey Children Hospital. Nigerian Navy arrests 55 persons, destroys 121 illegal refineries in Niger Delta region. On the foreign scene, Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky meets UK NATO leaders to secure military financial backing. And in sports, Spanish player Rafael Nadal announces retirement from tennis. And now the details. I am Akan Usen. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has expressed confidence with the level of construction work at the site of the new Massey Children Hospital on Lagos Island. After an inspection of the project, Governor Sanwo-Olu described the project as the largest pediatric hospital in sub-Saharan Africa in one location that will serve residents of the state for centuries when completed. Governor Sanwo-Olu, who was joined by the State Commissioner for Health, Akan Usen, his information and strategy counterpart, Benga Omotosho, and other top government officials commended contractors handling the project with assurances that it will be completed next year, while efforts are also being intensified on other health projects ongoing in the state.
And the point is, Lagos deserves it. The current Massey Children's Hospital, which is almost 100 years old, the minimum we can do is to not only just bring back that name, but put up a structure too that will last another 200 years. And you can see from what we're doing here, this certainly will last centuries. So I'm happy with the commitment and the quality of work that has been done. There are two contractors here.
The chairman, Lagos East Local Council Development Area for Lawyo Alade, commended the initiative, which he said would make healthcare delivery system efficient and readily available for residents of the state, and a befitting gift to children of Lagos Island on the centenary of the famous Children's Hospital.
I'm very happy as a chairman. I'm a lucky boy to be for this kind of edifice to put in this local area in my tenure. I want to thank the executive governor for bringing this home, and I believe that the people of Lagos Island and Lagos Island in general is very happy with him for bringing this. This is a fact. This edifice will take more than centuries. When I say centuries, I'm not thinking the next 300 years. This will still be here, and it's going to serve the people of Lagos Island meritoriously. Our children will be they have a very good access to health care service.
Our correspondent Adiola Akindele reports that when completed, the new Massey 130-bed multi-floor specialist facility for pediatric hospital project will boast of modern facilities, multi-level car park, helipad, among others. In a remarkable recognition of exemplary leadership and dedication to public service, the Executive Chairman of Lagos State Internal Revenue Service, LIRS, Ayodele Subair, has been named the Peak Performer Fest 2024 Most Outstanding Performance as a Public Sector CEO of the Year. The LIRS also emerged winner of 4 awards for its exemplary performance in revenue collection and taxpayer engagement strategies. It was recognized as the most outstanding revenue collection agency of the year, most outstanding performance as women-friendly revenue collection, as well as most outstanding performance in public engagement, among others. Subair, who received the 5 awards on behalf of the agency, dedicated them to Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu and the tax-paying Lagosians, saying the awards will encourage the LIRS to perform much better. Commissioner for Physical Planning and Urban Development Oluyinka Olumide says the upcoming Physical Planning Summit will bridge implementation gaps in the State Operative Development Plans, ODPs, prepared by the ministry. Olumide averred that the physical development plans so prepared formed the basis of other sectoral plans such as Drainage Master Plan, Water Master Plan, and Strategic Transport Master Plan, among others. He said the two-day summit will identify and address challenges confronting the implementation of proposals in the ODPs and position the state for investment as proposed in the planning documents while exploring options available for implementation of the state master plan for sustainable development. Olumide added that the summit will create the platform for stakeholders' participation in planning environmental sustainability. And now to the rest of the stories. The Nigerian Navy says it has arrested 55 suspected crude oil thieves and deactivated 121 illegal refining sites in the Niger Delta region in the past 4 months. Flag Officer Commanding Central Naval Command Samson Bora said the activities of its Operation Delta Sanity yielded positive results while announcing a 90-day extension of the operation. Bora said a total of 116 wooden boats, 543 dugout pits, and 64 storage tanks were also deactivated, while 6 vessels were arrested within the period of the operation before the directive by the Chief of Naval Staff to further extend it. He said several items and equipment used in the construction of illegal refineries were seized, explaining that the operations were done in accordance with existing regulations. According to him, the fight against crude oil theft and illegal refining has impacted positively on Nigeria's oil production, which increased to 1.7 million barrels per day compared to about 1.3 million barrels per day. 81 Division of the Nigerian Army has launched an investigation into the circumstances surrounding the death of a police officer following an altercation with a soldier in Lagos on October 9. Deputy Director of Army Public Relations Olabisi Ayeni said the division expressed regret over the incident, which stemmed from a disagreement over an alleged traffic rule violation. Ayeni said the soldier involved in the tragic event has been apprehended and handed over to the military police for investigation and disciplinary action. He said the Nigerian Army remains committed to fostering collaboration with other security agencies in order to secure lives and property in line with its constitutional mandate. The House of Representatives has rejected a motion on urgent public importance seeking the intervention of the federal government in the chieftaincy tussle rocking the Okpela community in the Esako East local government area of Edo State. The motion was moved by the member representing Esako East, Esako West Federal Constituency, Edo State, Dekeri Anamero. Addressing the House during plenary session, Anamero lamented the loss of lives in Okpela, owing to the violent reaction to the crowning of Lukman Akemokwe as the Okokpelagbe of Okpela by Governor Godwin Obaseki a fortnight ago. As it were, the presentation of staff of office to Akemokwe did not go down well with the people. There was difficulty in getting a seconder to the motion, fueling a member of the People's Democratic Party representing Andoni Opobo, Nkoro Federal Constituency, Akwa Ibom State, Awaji Inombek Abiante, to provide the basis for its rejection. After a voice vote was taken twice, Speaker Abbas ruled in favor of the nays. And now to foreign news. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky has kicked off a tour of Europe to bolster military and financial backing, meeting British Prime Minister Keir Starmer and NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte. Zelensky arrived London today for talks on his victory plan, a blueprint aimed at ending the war with Russia, which he had earlier described as an appeal to allies to strengthen Europe in terms of security guarantees, weapons, and the future. Starmer confirmed before the meeting that it was a chance to go through the plan and discuss more details. Zelensky had been due to present the plan at a high-level meeting of the Ukraine Defense Contact Group in Germany this week, but the summit was postponed after U.S. President Joe Biden cancelled his visit to focus on Hurricane Milton. Zelensky tour comes as the war with Russia drags on, with no end in sight, draining government's coffers. Now, sports 22-time Grand Slam champion Rafael Nadal will retire from tennis at the end of the season. The 38-year-old will represent Spain in his final appearance at next month's Davis Cup finals in Malaga. Nadal has barely played over the past 2 seasons because of injuries and suggested last year he could retire at the end of 2024. He retires as the second most successful men's singles player of all time, behind only longtime rival Novak Djokovic. And that's all for the news at 6. Always carry out proper and adequate checks on your vehicles before setting out. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms. On X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. On Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. On YouTube, subscribe and watch us live on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration supplied 86,000 dual furniture sets to 775 public schools? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has expressed confidence with the level of construction work at the site of the new Massey Children's Hospital on Lagos Island. The Nigerian Navy says it has arrested 55 suspected crude oil thieves and deactivated 121 illegal refining sites in the Niger Delta region in the past 4 months. We also told you that Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky has kicked off a tour of Europe to bolster military and financial backing, meeting British Prime Minister Keir Starmer and NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte. And in sports, 22-time Grand Slam champion Rafael Nadal will retire from tennis at the end of the season. For contact with the newsroom, please send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. And that ends the news broadcast compiled by Zainab Adibeshin. I am Akan Usen. Thanks for listening and please stay safe. Good evening.
Your home for timely, reliable